Nvidia has done it again. The company famous for turning graphics cards into overpriced space heaters has just unveiled its latest technological marvel, the 5000 series. At launch, the announcement had the usual fanfare. The 5070 was supposedly going to match the almighty 4090 for a mere $550.
4090 performance at $549.
Incredible, the normies cried. Revolutionary, they declared in the comments section. But like an online dating profile with pictures taken from a decade ago, the reality was far less impressive. The 5080 can't even outpace the 4090, let alone the 5070 doing so. And the 5090? Well, that comes with its own unique brand of terror. Yes, the 5090 is a literal fire hazard. I'm not an electrical engineer, but from what I gathered from Bill Zoid's rant on actually hardcore overclocking, the 12-volt power connector on the 5090 is like an overenthusiastic waiter in a cheap restaurant. It's just completely unable to regulate itself. Here's the fun bit. If one cable fails, the card keeps running anyway, meaning the remaining cables exceed their rated power limit and, well, in some cases they melt. As in molten plastic potential house fire. This is Nvidia's worst nightmare. This is not a good look for a company whose last flagship GPU also had power connector issues. You'd think they'd have learned, but no, this is Nvidia. They learn from their mistakes the way a goldfish learns quantum physics. And speaking of tragic deaths, physics is no more. Yes, Nvidia in its infinite wisdom had decided to abandon the very thing that made old school physics in games like Arkham Knight and Mirror's Edge so spectacular. The result? The 5090. A $2,000 GPU that runs Mirror's Edge at a stunning 19 frames per second. That's right, 19. You know what ran it better? A GTX 980 from 2014. That's over a decade ago. This is because instead of the GPU handling physics, it's now dumped onto your CPU, which is about as effective as trying to run Cyberpunk on a Chromebook. But wait, it gets better. If you do somehow get your hands on a 5090 or a 5070 Ti, there's a chance it might be missing some ROPs. ROPs, or render output units, play a key role in frame rate, and due to the manufacturing defects, some GPUs are shipping with a portion of them missing, resulting in about a 4% performance hit. It's like buying a Ferrari and realizing they forgot to install one of the cylinders. Nvidia's response? Oh, just contact your board partner. No recall, no proper response, just a go bother someone else attitude. For a company that charges insane prices, you'd at least expect a fully functional product. Of course, if all this hasn't deterred you, then by all means, try and buy one. No, seriously, try. Because Nvidia hasn't made many of these GPUs, not because they're flying off the shelves, oh no, because Nvidia either allocated wafer capacity to AI, or because they want to keep prices artificially high. So if you have your heart set on a 5090, be prepared to pay scalper prices. Because nothing says cutting-edge technology quite like desperately haggling with a bot-run eBay account. But don't worry, because AMD is coming to save the day, or at least try to. The 9000 series is expected in March, and if the rumors are true, the 9070 XT could be a 5080 competitor at a much lower price. Sounds great, right? But here's the problem with AMD. They're like a footballer, standing in front of an open goal, ready to score, only to trip over their own shoelaces at the last second. The cards look amazing on paper, but AMD has never quite managed to win the mindshare battle. Nvidia could release a GPU that explodes like a Samsung Note 7, and people would still buy it because they're mindless sheep loyal to the green giant. So, what have we learned? The 5000 series is a mess, the 5070 is a lie, the 5080 is outperformed by last gen, the 5090 might burn down your house, physics is dead, some cards are literally defective, and even if you still want one, you can't find one. Nvidia is a company that knows it can get away with anything, and frankly, they're right. The 5000 series is the worst graphics card launch I can remember in all my 2 weeks of being a YouTuber. Oh, and my 15 years of following graphics cards. And yet, people will still buy them. Because Nvidia is Apple for PC gamers. Expensive, anti-consumer, and somehow still the default choice. So, my advice? Wait. See what AMD does. Maybe, just maybe, they won't miss this open goal. And if you want to see how this kind of consumer exploitation extends beyond just the GPUs, check out my video on Valorant's monetization.